In this video, we're going to be talking about lizards.
No, not like that!
So, and in this video we're going to be looking at the Salamanders for Kings of War Vanguard. They are lizardmen, for want of a better term, with literal lava for blood. There's lesser ones, and well, they come in different sizes, kind of to know what they do, sort of thing. You've got the Gagoki, I think they pronounced. Put in the comments below if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I probably am, which are like your scouts, your fast movers sort of thing. You've then got the primes and whatnot, which are like your normal lizardmen sort of thing, or salamanders. And then you've got things like the tyrants and whatnot that are much bigger, much tougher, much powerfuler sort of ones. So the warband special abilities then, starting with Corax Honor, and I'll probably pronounce that incorrectly. You need 1 power to use. This ability, may be used any time a Salamander model fails a fallback check. The model automatically passes the test. It may be used more than once a round. It's fairly simple, but it does the job. If a model's falling back, use a power to use this. It doesn't fall back. It's not bad. Next one is Flames of Korak. Those names. Needs 1 power to use. Select a Salamander model in the warband. The model gains the Bloodlust and Smash until the end of the round, which is nice. It does mean you could use that on something with Crushing Strength, or something that's got really good combat capabilities, and really make it majorly powerful. It's only going to be used at close combat once, so anything that's magic-y or shooting, not really much used for. So the faction specific spells, starting with Flame Tongue. It is short, 3-inch range, 1d8 breath, piercing 4. I would have liked it to be long with maybe 6 or 9-inch range, and maybe bring it down to, I don't know, piercing 2. Reason being is 3 inches short, but you've got the breath, which is nice, and piercing 4 is good, but 3 inch you are going to get really close to be able to use it. Though I suppose on some of the faster ones you could, oh, then again it's only used on spellcasters, so it's the range that bothers me on that. It's really the range. Shimmer, which is long, 9-inch range. Enemy models targeting friendly models that are within 9 inch of the caster suffer a -1 modifier to hit with all attacks. This lasts until the end of the round. Place a spell effect marker on the casting model as a reminder. That's not bad. It's kind of giving you a bit of cover, effectively, although there's no penalties, movement or otherwise to going into that radius. But if you've got your models in cover and you've got this, it's going to really stack up the penalties. So starting with the Grunt, we've got the Salamander Unblooded. 11 points, 25 mil base. Speed 5, melee 4+, no range stat, armor 5, nerve 6, 2 wounds, height 2. Crush strength 1, 2d8 in melee, none at range. It's not bad, actually. Yes, it's a Grunt, so when it gets knocked down, essentially it's dead. But it's got 2 wounds, it's got Crush Strength 1, it's got melee 4, 2d8. For 11 points, that's not bad. Nerve of 6 is a bit meh, but other than that, it's not bad at all. Next we have the Lechlidon. 29 points, cavalry base. Speed 6, melee 5 plus, range 4 plus, armor 5, nerve 4, 4 wounds, height 2. This might be a thing that needs an FAQ on, because a grunt for 29 points, and when I tell you the stats and everything else, speed 6, melee 5, range 4, armor 5, nerve 5, wounds 4, height 2. 2d8 in melee, 3d8 in melee, 2d8 at range. It's got Firebolt. This model has a ranged attack with range 9 and piercing 1, and Fiery Breath, which uses 1 power. Use this ability when the model makes a shoot action with Firebolt before any dice are rolled. The Firebolt loses piercing 1 but gains the breath attack instead for the attack. Why is that a grunt? Surely it should be a support or a large or something like that. Yeah, I don't get why it's a grunt. That seems really too powerful to be a grunt. So the warriors, starting with the Gakoki Hunter, which should have really been a grunt, but never mind. 15 points, 20 mil base. Speed 6, melee 6, range 5, armor 6. Range 6, armor 6, nerve 5, 2 wounds, height 2. Marksman, Pathfinder and Stealthy. 1d8 in melee, 3d8 at range. Blowpipe, which is 9-inch range, piercing 1. That's not bad. Pathfinder and the speed of 6 kind of helps in mobility somewhat. Stealthy will help a hell of a lot for range capabilities. Marksman obviously also helps. Range of 6 plus though is a bit much. Yes, you've got 3d8 in range, but surely ranged attack should be at least a 5, especially when you're shooting at 9-inch range. Should be a bit longer, but I like it, but I feel the points should be a bit lower. Maybe 12 points I think should be about right for what it is. Next we have the Salamander Prime. 13 points, 25 mil base. Speed 5, melee 4 plus, no range stat, arm 5, nerve 5, 2 wounds, height 2. Crush strength 1 and headstrong. 2d8 in melee, not at range. It may take a two-handed weapon for 2 points. This model gains crush strength 1, but increases its armor by 1. For example, 5 plus becomes 6 plus. So if you gave it the two-handed weapon, makes it 15 points, but it would have crush strength 2 and armor 6. I can see the point in doing that, because crush strength 2 will really hurt your opponent's armor saves, but it will make them a bit weak armor wise themselves. But it does have crushing strength 1 to begin with, so you might want to think about it to start with. 13 points though for what it does is pretty decent. Headstrong, always helpful for nerve tests. Crush strength 1 and then melee of 4 plus, that's great. So yeah. Next we have the support, the Corsair, which is basically a salamander pirate. Yes, they will have tricorn hats. Yes, they could have peg legs. And yes, they could go arr, although it's more like rar. But anyway, 25 points, 25 mil base. Speed 5, melee 4 plus, range 5 plus, armor 5, nerve 5, 2 wounds, height 2. Scout and crush strength 1. 2d8 in melee, 2d8 at range. You've got pistol, which is 6-inch range, piercing 1 and pound. Blazing brands, while Firebrand is part of the same warband, which we'll get onto later. This model has the stubborn special rule, Gunsmoke, which needs 2 power to use. Uses ability when a model attacks with a pistol, regardless of whether the attack hits. The model gains the stealthy and dodge special rule until the end of the round. That's a lot of gunsmoke you're making. It might be a case of you shooting there's a lot of pistol rounds, it's creating a lot of smoke. It's a weird one to think about, but I mean, it's good, and for it to use 2 power, yeah, I think's right. 25 points. I mean, it's kind of like a Salamander Prime, but with built-in range capabilities. So, but it's not got Headstrong, but it has got Scout, which helps somewhat. Yeah, you know what? Corsair's pretty decent. A pretty decent support. The only weakness is that your pistols are short range. But, you know, you've got some good uses. Shoot first, then get into combat when necessary. You've got options with that. Next we have the large, which is the Fire Elemental. 40 points, 40mm base. Gives 1 red power dice, which is a bit odd for a large, but hey ho. Unless it's ogres, of course. Speed 5, melee 5 plus, no range stat, armor 4, nerve 4, 3 wounds, height 3. Regenerate 6 plus, 3d8 in melee, none at range. Elemental fire. This model may make a ranged attack with the shoot action using elemental fire. Don't know why I needed to say that, but okay. 9-inch range, 3d8 breath. This attack always hits on a 5 plus regardless of any modifier. There's quite a few attacks I've seen throughout the different factions that should act like this, but doesn't. Nature's Inferno, which needs 2 power. Use this ability when this model makes a ranged attack with elemental fire before any dice are rolled. This attack is piercing 1. That's not bad, that helps a lot. I can kind of see why it's got a power dice attached to it now. It's a bit naff in melee, it's more of a ranged attacker. If it were 10 points more, it'd be the cost of 2 Corsairs. I can see the point. The ranged attack, if you've got enough power dice to use, is going to be fantastic. Other than that though, I mean, it's got regeneration, fine. Arm 4's great. Its wounds are a bit low, and the thing is, only 10 points more and you've got 2 Corsairs, and I'd rather take the 2 Corsairs over a Fire Elemental any day, unfortunately. I'm sure people will get some use out of it, and I can understand how, but for me it's one of the worst large models in Vanguard that I've seen so far. Next we have the Spellcasters, and it is the Mage Priest. 30 points, 25mm base, gives 1 white power dice. Speed 5, melee 5 plus, range 4, armor 6, nerve 4, 3 wounds, height 2. 3 wounds is about normal, isn't it? 2d8 at range, 1d8 at melee. Fireball, which is short, heal, which is short, shockwave, which is long. Inner fire, which uses 2 power to use. Use this ability when the model activates. The Mage Priest's armor decreases by 2 until the end of the round. For example, 6 plus becomes 4 plus to a maximum of 3. Okay, so if you've got enough power, I mean, starts at armor 6, so decreasing it by 2, 6 becomes 4. To make it armor 3, you're going to need 4 power dice to use. I'd keep it as armor 4 unless you've got some sort of other special, I don't know, spell or armor or item that's going to be used. It's not a bad spellcaster. The unique spells for the faction aren't bad at all. I mean, what do they do again? You've got the Flame Tongue, it's short range, and then you've got the Shimmer, which is a good support spell. It's not a bad wizard. The main weakness is the inner, well, not weakness. The inner fire is good to make it sure it lasts longer, but it's got no crushing strength or anything like that. I would have liked to see the crushing strength, the inner fire, increase the armor by 2, so becomes a 4, then gives you crushing strength 1 for 1 round sort of thing, which, I don't know, would have been nice. But hey, it's not bad. 30 points for what it does. It's not bad for a spellcaster. It's not bad at all. So next we have the command, starting with Firebrand. Now, Firebrand is a unique model, so you can only take 1 of her in the game. 54 points, 25mm base, gives 1 white power die. Speed 5, melee 4, range 4, armor 5, nerve 3, 4 wounds, height 2. 6th sense, Crush Strength 1, Regenerate 7+, Scout and Vicious. 3d8 in melee, 3d8 range. A pistol, which is 6-inch range, piercing 1 and pound. There's quite a few special rules, so here we go. Rapid Fire, which uses 2 power to use. Use this ability when this model is about to perform a ranged attack before dice are rolled. The model may shoot twice at 2 different targets that are within 3 inches of each other following the normal targeting rules. This cannot be as part of a group or fatigue action, which is a shame, but if you've got enough power you can really unload on the enemy. Range of 4+, 3 dice. She's a bit short range for shooting, but yeah, that could be really nasty if you get it right. Riposte. When this model is the target of a melee attack and all the attacker's dice miss, this model may make a retaliation for free. No activated or fatigue counter is placed on this model after riposte, which again is nice. If there's a load of people around an objective, rush her in, get the ones near the objective to come nearer. If they miss, that's going to be a really powerful thing. Unless it's really weak grunts or ranged characters or some spellcasters, riposte isn't a ability you're going to really use that often, I would have expected. Fancy Swordplay. Melee attacks against this model are made with a -1 modifier to the attacker's melee stat. So even if you're someone good in combat, that can mess you about and activate the riposte. Salamander Legend. When taken in a Salamander warband, Firebrand is not considered a mercenary. She does count as being rank 5 to match her legendary status, however. That's more for campaigns, I do believe. Not considered a mercenary, so she's just basically a special character for Salamanders, although from what I think, you can take her for other armies, but for Salamanders, take for anyone. She's really good. The model's not bad either, but the stats and abilities and whatnot, they are fantastic. Yeah, she can just go against near enough whatever, even against stuff that's got really good armor. You've got the rapid fire thing. I mean, 3d8 needing 4s to hit. You've got the 6th sense. I mean, regenerate's a bit naff, but that's just a little bit that added something else that it might work. The only thing that I suppose is really, I wouldn't say rubbish, but a bit meh, is that her armour's 5, but come on. Considering what else you can do, that is pretty good. Next we have the Battle Captain. 34 points, 25 mil base. 2 red power dice. Speed 5, melee 4+, no ring stat, armor 5, nerve 4, 3 wounds, right 2. Crush Strength 2, Headstrong, Inspiring and Steady. 3d8 at melee, none at range. It's a pretty good close combat character and gives 2 power dice, which is nice. Inspiring's also a nice support ability. Arm 4 is a bit low, but hell, it is what it is, unfortunately. 34 points for 3 wounds with a melee 4. Crush Strength 2. Yeah, it's not a bad command option. It's not a bad one. The thing is, I keep coming back to the Fire Elemental. Considering what command options you've got, the Fire Elemental, it's only 6 points less than the Battle Captain, and it's worse. Next we have the Salamander Veteran. 28 points, 25 mil base, gives 1 red power die. Speed 5, melee 4+, no range stat, armor 5, nerve 4, 3 wounds, height 2. Crush Strength 1, Inspiring, Grunts and Warriors only. So it can, inspire the Lechlydon, can it? Okay. 2d8 in melee, none at range. Ordeal of Fire uses 2 power to use. Use this ability during the model's activation, before or after an action, even if it is engaged or knocked down. Friendly Salamanders, including the Veteran itself, and Fire Elementals are immune to the effects of this attack. Or all other models within 2 inch take 2 automatic hits with piercing 1. Make armor rolls as normal. This ability can be used once per game. So I was going to say it might be best used when the veteran's going to die, but in some cases I can see it being used where a lot of people are charging into it. Use the Ordeal of Fire, blast them back. Felling Salamanders. So the only things it'd affect is the Lechlidon and the Gakoki Hunter, actually. The Salamander veteran's not bad. It's 3 points more than the Corsair. It's not a bad one. 6 points more gets you a battle captain. I would pick the battle captain over the veteran, but if you're needing the points to spare, the veteran ain't bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just the Corsair just does the same thing, near enough the same things, but better. Alright, no power dice, but you can live with that, I suppose. Yeah, it's still not a bad command option. These are good on pretty much all fronts. You've got good crush strength, you've got good piercing. The only thing I'd say that's a weakness of them is, one, they're shooting a bit short range, but it's made up for the fact that it's fairly accurate and has got a good piercing on it, and that they are fairly slow. The only cavalry unit is more like a living war machine, and even though it's got 4 wounds, it's a grunt, so once it's down, it is dead. So you've got to think of it from that perspective, unfortunately. Spellcaster's not bad. Well, I suppose the large is another weak option. It's not got a bad range capability, but as a large model that could do combat capabilities, it's a bit naff. So as a faction, they are a good starting faction, actually. I will say, if you want to do lizardmen as your first faction for Vanguard, it's a very, very good choice, I'd say. Your range combat is short, yes, but you are really gonna hurt your enemy's armor. Just watch out for enemy cavalry. They are gonna probably be your main weakness. So with that, that's the end of this video. Goodbye for now.